Hello, it's Tom Donald from the London Contemporary School of Piano. Today I'm going to show you how to play beautiful chords on the piano with just 2 notes. Yes, just 2 notes and lots of beautiful chords. And by the way, if you are a fan of our work at the London Contemporary School of Piano, head on over to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, because our free resources kit have the supporting material for these videos, including this one. And I'm going to show you some chord progressions where you can really reduce the notes that you're playing, so you don't get a heavy sound, but you get some really beautiful voicings, and you really just trim back the excess of the chords that don't need to be there. So what do I mean by excess? Because if you look at any triad, we can really analyze what each note in that triad means. So I get a D major chord here. So what's going on with these 3 notes? We have the root note, we have the 3rd note, and we have the 5th note. Now the root note is quite important because it tells us what the chord is. The 3rd note, well, that tells us whether it's major or minor, so I guess that's quite important. And then we've got this note at the top, the 5th note. Well, if I was to remove that 5th note, I still know that's a D major chord, don't I? Now that 5th note fills out the sound a bit more, but we can live without the 5th. So we're going to live without the 5th for a little while. And here's a nice chord progression. We're going to do this chord progression. It's a walk up, D major, E minor, F sharp minor, G major, but we're going to reduce it just down to 2 notes. 1 note in the left, 1 note in the right. I'm going to play it like this. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? Let's do this in a couple of other keys. What about F major? And what about E flat major? Same thing. I'm adding a couple of ornaments, but my notes or my chords are just built on those 2 notes. And it still had all of those main notes that you had in those 4 chords. We just removed the 5th. And that made a nice musical, scalic way to connect those chords together. So sometimes you just don't need lots of notes to play a chord or to express the essence of a chord. So then how do we add dissonance? I mean, if we were to add sevenths to the chord, we'd obviously have to perhaps have more notes. Well, not necessarily so. This is where we get into rootless voicing, where we get into the idea of, back to that D major triad, we get into the idea of removing even the root. So there's no root and there's no 5th, and we're just going to add a 7th. And we're going to add a dominant 7 in this case. So we've got a D7 chord here. I'm going to play it in the left hand now. I've got my D7 chord here, and I'm going to get rid of the root and the 5th. And here's my D7th chord, expressed just with that tritone interval. Now after that D7 chord, I'm going to go to a G7 chord. So here's a G7 chord, played in an inversion. And again, I'm going to remove the root, which is the G, and the 5th, which is the D. And there's my G7 chord. I could show you that's a G7 like that. There's the 7th, and there's the 3rd. I'm flipping the 7th down here, and I've got my G7. So I've got a D7 to G7. The cool thing about this progression is I'm just moving those 2 notes down a semitone to get to the other chord. So I've got D7, G7, and I've removed the root. So how do we still recognize that as a D7 and a G7 if there's no root? It's a really good question. it's implied enough that our ear can sort of survive without it. It's a little bit like primary colours and secondary colours, I guess. You don't always need the primary colours in your face. You can have a little bit of shades of grey. Or you might have the bass player in the band playing the root notes. So in that case, I'm going to be the bass player in my left hand, and my right hand will play these shells of the chord. Let's do this in another key. What about C7 to F7? I'll have the bass in the left, C7, F7, C7, F7. Now just the left hand. Just the left hand only, playing the C7 to the F7 in the left hand, with the blues scale in the right hand. Gives the right hand something else to do. So that's a really effective way of moving between two 7 chords. But of course we can still do this with major 7s as well. We don't just have to do this with dominant 7s. What would major 7s look like with some rootless voicing? Well, here's a really nice progression I quite like to play. We're going to have the bass now play the root notes just to get some lushness out of the chord. So we're going to play a C major 7 to an F major 7. But I'm only allowed 2 notes in the right hand. So I'm going to play my C major 7 like this. There's the 7th, there's the 3rd. And then I'm going to go to my F major 7, which is A and E. There's the 3rd and the 7th. 7th and 3rd, 3rd and 7th. And it's just a really nice, subtle movement. And I get that richness of 7th chords, but there's no heaviness. It's totally light. It's light and sunny without the heaviness, you know, of your 7th chords sounding like that. They've just got that nice airiness to it. So with chords, it's not always about knowing more chords. It's about how you play those chords. A couple of other major 7s. B flat major 7. E flat major 7. C major 7, F major 7, B flat major 7, E flat major 7. What about A flat major 7, D flat major 7, so these are really nice ways to trim down those chords a little bit, to take away the heaviness, and you only need 2 notes. You can achieve so much with just 2 notes on the piano. And so I hope you found today's tutorial helpful. You need to go to our website, contemporaryschoolofpiano.com, to get these exercises in lead sheet form from our resources kit, because if you've got the practice kit to support these videos, you can spend more time on the piano working these things out for yourself and building your piano skills. It can't just be done on a YouTube video. You've got to actually spend some time sitting down here at the piano. And that's going to lead you to those improvements. See you soon.